Hey you guys, it's Kendrick from Providence Tarot. So what I wanted to do was just give you guys a quick midweek read because I know that a couple of signs still have to get their readings done for the month, and that would be Leo, Aquarius, Capricorn, and Cancer. Okay, it's not Pisces. You're not last this time. Aries, you were almost last, but you squeezed by. Okay. So I'm going to pull a Norman card to sort of signify what the energy is going on. This is a general reading, you guys. So, just kind of like apply it as you will. I'll give a positive, a negative, an advice, and an outcome, okay? And the Lenormand card is going to be the card that's, is the significator. We'll get a couple things out of that. One more time with this shuffle. And I'm going to do it the same way with these cards, too. I should have done it before I started the video. I have been feeling so crazy lately, a little bit like anxious, but also just, trying to like get myself settled into a place of feeling like consistent within my routine, all of that. So let's look at the top of the deck. Okay, choices, decisions that have to be made, knowing that it's your choice to make. And when you make that choice, it's actually going to be a positive thing, okay? So this is paths. It's kind of like Libra energy, right? Feeling indecisive about something, or maybe having mixed feelings or being on the fence about something. Whatever it is, you're going to have to make a choice at some point and understand that it's your choice to make. So in that sense, it's wonderful, right? Because it's your choice, not someone else's choice to make for you. So in that sense, you can make the best choice for yourself, people. And then you got the key here. So this is, like representative of the sun's energy, okay? Leo. It could also be Aries energy because the sun is also exalted. It's exalted in Aries. 33, brought together, that's a 6. So this is talking about the harmony and the beauty within something and the ability to pay attention and understand that this is an opportunity for some of us, some of you, to really take to take on, right? Make those choices, make those decisions, weigh things out for sure, okay? So you can come up with the best outcome. Anyway, yeah, so that's what we got. Those are those cards. Let me go ahead and pull some here. It's going to be 4, okay? Let me just shuffle it really quickly. I have to get out of here soon, you guys. I just always want to be doing something. The other day I was talking to myself or thinking to myself, and I was like, you want to wash dishes, do yoga, do a tarot reading, take a shower, eat something. I wanted to do all those things, read something in that one moment. And I was like, bitch, just sit your ass here and think about all the things that you want to do right now that you can't because you're trying to like do everything, okay? Ooh. 2 cards fell out. 1 came up. The Queen of Wands. So this is water and fire, okay? She has a need to express something. Some of you guys just kind of want to really freely do what you want to do. You know what I mean? You're making it a personal experience for yourself, right? You're identifying with your own experience. You're being bold. You're returning to self. You're thinking about what really matters to you. You're expressing yourself through your actions, yes, and your actions are really based on what you know that you need for yourself. It's a, you're coming from a place of dignity, what you need to feel good about yourself, or what you need to do to actually feel good about what it is that you're doing. This could be, some of you could be dealing with your mother. Some of you could be considering the actions of your mother, right? Or some of you might be a mother who is thinking about doing something, right? Mars is in Pisces right now, so you actually might be thinking of, showing some compassion in an area in terms of this card being a very nurturing card. Then at the same time, we are in the fire season. The sun is in Sagittarius right now, and this could be representative of that energy. Some of you might be feeling like you're running around like crazy doing things. You're having to try to like make these decisions at the drop of a hat. You know, it's like the plans kind of like go accordingly, but then it is still like snafus, stuff like that. So you're really just trying to tap into your authoritative sensibilities to get things done, right? That's the positive. Okay, the negative is the Wheel of Fortune, but this isn't really a negative card. It's just, I was just talking about Sagittarius season, right? So some of you are really feeling that. Jupiter is in Sag. So it's almost like there's so many things happening. You're trying to like really be cautious about the money that you're spending, trying not to spend too much money, trying to like, you know, not get too carried away with things like, you know, drinking, celebrating, or, you know, just doing unnecessary things that are really not setbacks, but they kind of like add up to being considered that. You know, just understand, you know, how fast things are moving, if you want them to be that fast, or understand where you are in the constant flow of things. Even when things get a little bit out of control, there's still an element of control there, yeah, that you just have to assert for yourself. Know when to say no, know when to go home. Some of you actually might need to slow down a little bit because you are, you know, you might be feeling like you're burning the candles at both ends, right? Let's continue to shuffle like I was. I'm going to do it like one more time, and hopefully we can pull out 2 more cards. This is very crazy. It's actually not crazy. Okay. These cards are speaking to us, honey. Alright, so there was a bunch that flipped over, so this is really just going to be it. So some of you are going into some new territory, okay, in terms of like who you are and where you are and what you're doing there. You are not feeling you know, discouraged or reluctant to prove yourself in a situation. Some of you, you know, there are some lessons that you're going to have to learn, but it doesn't mean that you can't stay your passionate and enthusiastic self. Some of you might be dealing with someone that's younger, that's a fire sign or a fiery energy, somebody that actually might be doing a little bit too much, getting a little bit too out of control. But it's just because they're getting carried away with like the season and all of that stuff. Yeah, you're like, just come on, slow down, honey. Something with prioritization of funds. Some of you are like some of you might be feeling restricted in terms of money and what you can do with it. You might you might have to adapt to a new budget that you thought you had, or one that you were going to use, but now it's like you're like, no, I have to like scale it back and really focus on what matters here and not try to be too extravagant. Yeah, right, because it really is going back to this Wheel of Fortune card that's here. And then you have the 6 of Swords, which is Mercury and Aquarius. So you guys are really thinking about like just what it means to sort of like experience people. Could be family, but it's kind of like maybe things aren't the same. It's not the way that they used to be, you know what I mean? This holiday season might be feeling a little bit different for some of you guys. Like, it's still the holidays, but it's like you're kind of like thinking about it in a different way. It's, you know, it's the 6 of Swords, so it's kind of like moving away from an idea that you previously had before, that you're kind of like coming out of, right? You're coming out of an experience probably that may have led you to, you know, rethink the way that you were going to spend the holidays. Some of you are healing, you know what I mean? Some of you are really just thinking about healing, so you're not really trying to be around a lot of people over the holidays. That's what I'm getting as well. You know, because it is the, you know, it's like you're very aware of what it is that you need right now in terms of healing, and a lot of it has to do with just kind of like um, you know, being there for everyone, or experiencing people, but it's like, it's not on a one-on-one or an immediate level. It's not like you guys are like right in each other's faces, you know what I mean? You're not around a lot of people. It's like you're communicating and you're talking and you're sharing things, but it's like from afar. And some of you actually need that time, right? So that you can sort of like recalibrate, reharmonize your psychological process, rebalance it out. It's like that scale is like, it definitely needs to be calibrated for a lot of us. Even going into the new year, I feel like a lot of people are thinking about like, you know, the changes, the things that have been happening, the things that have happened, what you're coming out of, what you feel like you're going into, right? Because this is a very coming out of, going into energy. Yeah, I like it. It definitely is you putting more consideration into, you know, believing that things can be better, right? And they will, as long as you remember what really is important and what really matters, and you are aware of what you need to do in terms of making that happen, or making it work for you. Okay, Aquarius energy. And also Mercury and Gemini, right? It's 6, so it's the lovers as well, which is the next card, darling. So here we are. You know, it's saying that you can, I don't know why I'm getting, you can be complacent. Some of you are complacent right now, and maybe that's what you need. It's weird. It's not complacency. It's really just kind of like stepping back. Some of you are really just spending time actually alone with yourself, right? Or some of you might just be spending time with like one other person over the holidays. You know, that could be what's going on. Also, this is talking about compromises, right? So you're making compromises, and you're asking other people to be okay with making a compromise as well, because it is what is needed here. It's what's important, because this rules communication, right? This is also Mercury, it's Gemini. It's definitely sharing what you want, and actually what you really want. It's the necessity, right? What's actually needed here? What do we need to really be saying to each other? What do we really need to be talking about? What really needs to be understood here, so that we're on the same level, we're on the same thought process, sort of. We're seeing eye to eye, right? It's like, I know that you guys understand that, you know, I'm not gonna be around for the holidays or something like that. I don't know. That's what I'm getting. But this is definitely sharing experiences with other people, one other person, possibly, or yourself. Some of you guys might be connecting with family through things like social media, you know, FaceTime, things like that. So you're connected. It's not like you're disconnected, but you're doing it in different ways. And there, you know, you got the lovers here, and which is Gemini, which is so funny, and you also got the Wheel of Fortune, which is Jupiter, which is Sagittarius. So it is talking about, you know, communications, and then it's talking about, you know, family as well. It's like some of you, your mom, your mother, and your father might be involved. It's like your mom thinks it's a good idea, and your father doesn't think it's a good idea, but you're not going home. You're spending it with someone else, maybe. Okay, so the 8 of Swords. This is talking about the ability to be able to see oneself out of a situation that is testing you, right? That may make you feel like you are failing at something, but really this is just your thought process. You're feeling like you have failed something or failed some not institution, but you have failed in some way, right? Like you're breaking the bond of something, right? Because the tradition, you're sort of almost like breaking the tradition. So, you know, you feel a little bit guilty about that, but it's okay, you know what I mean? Because it's like, just because it doesn't happen consistently, sequentially, every single year, every single time, that doesn't mean that you're like breaking the tradition and the tradition is no longer that because like you broke the cycle. You know what I mean? Because this is an 8, so it's talking about the infinity. You didn't break any cycle. You shouldn't feel guilty. Stop beating yourself up about it. This is Jupiter in Gemini, I believe. Yes. Yeah. Jupiter in Gemini. So, you know, you definitely want to feel like you made this decision for yourself and it was your decision and you stand by it, so why do you feel like you need to be apologizing or you need to be reluctantly owning up to the decision that you made? Stop it, okay? It's really not. This is Leo energy here too, you know, the strength card. So like just have the strength to stand firm and, you know, your thought process, what you believe and what you've decided, okay? Right? Oh my God. It's totally fine, you guys. All right. Just don't get to arguing with your mom or anybody over the holidays. Right, because there could be some disagreement still. You know what I mean? It's like, just stop it. This is talking about severe forms of communication within your own mind. And with that 8 of Swords there, it's saying that you're really just doing it to yourself, kind of. I mean, you know, there's some truth to this 5 of Swords here because there are positive and there are negatives. Some people are wrong, some people are right, some people are right, some people are wrong. You know what I mean? But really, it's not about anyone winning here. It's really about accepting what occurred that made us uncomfortable and dealing with it and being honest about you know, how we feel about something or how something has made us feel or what we think about a certain situation, scenario. Yeah. You know what to do. You know what to do. You know what's right. You know, everybody knows what's right in this situation. Or one person may know what's right and they're not doing what's right. Or they're just not accepting of something. Ugh. It'll get better. It'll be fine. Once the holidays come and it's like here, it'll all sort of like dissolve. Because this is conflict, but it's like in the middle of it and you're going to move out of it, right? Because the 6 of Swords did show up in the advice placement. So yeah, coming out of this, which is at the bottom of the deck for you guys, whoever this message is out there for, because this really is like a bonus reading. Yeah. All right, you guys, I'm gonna get out of here. I will talk to you soon. And I am doing a holiday special, 15 minutes for $20. So email providencetarotkendrick@gmail.com and book your reading. It'll be going through, you know, the holidays to the new year. So make sure you do that. Follow me on Instagram. I'm at NYC at Kendrick NYC. And then also you can follow at Providence Tarot. Dale is also there. I think he made it to California, you guys. Obviously he did. I saw he posted. I think. No, he did. So yeah, he's there now. But you can follow him on Instagram. He is at Blue is True with 2 T's. And he is also at Son of Lolita. New opportunities, right? For growth. Alright, you guys. I'll see you later. Bye.